The barrage of sending 2 people to the hospital, and it lands a rapper in jail. 7 Sheldon Fox with the exclusive.
Police and prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty was part of the group that ended up in this parking lot that October afternoon where the flew, and it happened right across the street from the police department and town hall here in Bay Harbor Islands.
Did you know Pooh Shiesty committed an armed robbery in a green McLaren and flexed it on Instagram 2 hours later? Regardless of flexing the crime, he got a reduced sentence and is getting released this year. Most people thought he snitched in the deal, but his best friend Big 30 defended him on Instagram.
My mama, if you see some paperwork, my mama, I do whatever y'all tell me to do, cause my eyebrows, mustache, hair, I throw my chains in the river and jump in and if Shiesty snitch. Go home, take one to the. I ain't got no rat.
Rappers were dissing him for snitching but didn't know the truth, as we heard academics break down why Shiesty's situation isn't normal for the charges he committed.
But salute to Pooh Shiesty, who looked like he's absolutely chilling in jail. My boy got a little Richard Millie, you know what I mean? Got the haircut all right. You know what I mean?
They be playing Fortnite Mobile.
In jail? Oh, he got the Timbs on. They look fresh as well. Yo, this so chilling in prison. He got 2 watches. Like, you know what I mean? Like 2 watches, not even 1.
But to understand his official release date, it's important to learn the update in his court case, as the crime documents read that Shiesty and his friend were setting up a meet for high-end sneakers and narcotics. Shiesty was seen arriving at the scene in a bright green McLaren. While waiting for the seller, Shiesty and his boy planned to steal the items rather than doing their agreed-upon deal. With the seller arriving, Shiesty checked the sneakers to know they were legit, giving his boy enough time to get into position to rob them. Before pulling off the robbery, Shiesty tried to negotiate a lower price, which the seller wouldn't accept. Arguments between the two continued to heat up before Shiesty grabbed a firearm from his waistband. The 2 sellers instantly ran off, ducking behind cars for cover, but they weren't quick enough. Shiesty got both of them, hitting one in the backside and one in the hip. With Shiesty handling the 2 men, his boy grabbed the sneakers and narcotics and threw them into the McLaren. Shiesty checked that the sellers weren't trying to get back at them and then jumped in the McLaren to leave the scene. However, just before they drove off, a bag out of Shiesty's butterfly door fell when he opened it to get in. So as Shiesty drove away from the scene, he left a Louis Vuitton bag in the parking lot containing over $40,000 in cash. It was a huge mistake for Shiesty because it played a key role in the evidence against him. However, once Shiesty fled the scene, he headed to the closest Miami airport and jumped on a private jet. But with the feds on him, Shiesty would be arrested a few days later.
The town of Bay Harbor Islands says you're wanted with a. He's also charged with armed robbery, battery in their affidavit, saying the 2 left the state in a private jet.
Once booked into jail, Gucci bonded him out for $30,000. After being out on bond for 2 months, Shiesty was arrested for his case.
Mr. Williams, you were arrested for pursuant to an arrest warrant. It was issued June 3rd. It's charging you. You have 2 attorneys here, or is it? I'm sorry, 2 attorneys in the state. Go ahead. You want to announce again?
Brad Cohen and Sam Zegny for the defendant.
Right. Have you had a chance to review?
Yes, Judge, we have.
Once his case wrapped up, we heard the official terms of his sentence from DJ Academics. Pooh Shiesty was sentenced to 63 months in prison. He faced 8 years. 63 months for firearm charges and robbery seems low. No one believed it at first.
And I think he's coming home like next year, maybe the year after. However, it looked like he's, taking responsibility of whatever happened and doing his time, not crying. Clearly trying to let people know he's straight. And I do think when he comes back out, granted, as long as it's not like too far from now, if he comes back in a year, he's good. I still think even within 2 years.
What's interesting about his case is that people thought he did it to boost his rap career, but they didn't know Shiesty's been doing it for life. He just has more fame now.
Yeah, I mean, look, Pooh Shiesty was probably the biggest artist that he signed in recent memory. But Pooh Shiesty had a history of crimes before he ever signed to Gucci. It ain't like, he was like a school kid and Gucci suddenly put him in a bad direction. No, he was already doing it. Gucci wasn't around when he was doing all the crazy shit they got him locked up for. It just is what it is.
Pooh Shiesty's in prison right now for somebody in the ass with a go while sitting inside of a McLaren.
Yeah.
Some Grand Theft Auto shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's who he was before that. So it's like, that ain't a surprise. And Gucci ain't gonna tell you like he can't just change who you are as a person. So it's like, but people come up with the conspiracy theories and the life insurance. whatever.
When it comes to Shiesty's sentence, people believed he snitched, but instead he created a proffer deal with the feds. This is when the criminal provides detailed information about their offense for which a lesser sentence is granted. This makes it sound like Shiesty snitched in a way by making a deal with the feds. However, he only gave up information on himself. The court system is very forgiving to those who make the whole process easy for the judge and prosecutors. However, they made him admit the mistakes he made in the crime. The first mistake is that he committed an armed robbery across the street from a police station. The video footage you see is recorded from the police station's cameras, so once firearms were heard in the area, multiple police cruisers rushed the scene. They quickly knew exactly where the robbery happened, the vehicle that was associated with the crime, and they found Shiesty's bag on the ground with the $40,000. The feds already knew some suspects for the crime, so they checked out Shiesty's Instagram and downloaded photos of him flexing money. The investigators' first thought was to try and match the serial numbers of the money inside the bag to the cash that Shiesty flexed on Instagram. It worked, and they had proof that Shiesty had the same money from the crime scene. That by itself would have resulted in Shiesty being arrested quickly. However, when Shiesty posted these photos of him flexing the McLaren on Instagram, he confirmed it to the feds, like he was begging to be arrested. Even with Shiesty in jail, they continued to flex that green McLaren, like how they did in the music video for the song Gone MIA. However, rappers continued calling Shiesty a snitch, which got him a bad reputation in the game. But Shiesty didn't hold back his thoughts after people called him a snitch, because he released this message: King Shiesty tapping in from the middle of the penitentiary. I remain untouched. I have millions in double digits. Tell Google to fix my net worth. We can verify that right now. I'm locked up, not messed up. I was 21 up 8 figures. Jay-Z can't even relate to my money. Stop playing with my name before I buy one of you for sale. You guys aren't anything. I put on for this stuff every day, twice on Sundays. I'm on the same stuff from Tokyo to Tennessee. I ain't never got scared that no one ever played with me. When I was free or in jail, I'm still the man of Memphis, the king no matter what jungle. Slick is almost the same man, just a little more powerful. But talking about Baby Larry, how did you let a man in the feds outdo you? You can't beat me. You need your hands in the game before you do something with me. For my fans, supporters, and loved ones holding me down every day, keep it solid. I promise it doesn't go unnoticed. I see everything and have something special for all of y'all. The rest of you guys are done. Keep hating, false advertising, backbiting, and counting me out. It's up and stuck like a treehouse. I'm touching down. I got a chip on my shoulder. I'm going 100% on you guys, as Shiesty is standing tall in jail. As Pooh Shiesty's case stands currently, it's believed Shiesty will be releasing later this year and can make his return to music by 2026. As Pooh Shiesty's incredibly lucky that he got the proffer deal that he did, otherwise he could have been in lockup for another 5+ years. However, he shared a message during an interview before being arrested.
Really when I got signed, but I'm gonna tell you before I got signed, like breaking news. The verse on breaking news made everybody go crazy, and folks started saying I'm their favorite rapper already, so I'm gonna stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just made me go hard.
So the success kind of gave you the confidence to really keep it up?
Yeah, they rocking with me for sure.
Man.
This is my first verse.
If you're excited for Shiesty's return and can't wait for his release, leave a like on the video.